Hey there, my name is Cole Adams, and you are watching the best college basketball podcast out there that covers the entire sport of college basketball, brackets, bubbles, and bid stealers. Now, here are your hosts, Sam Fetterman and Jonathan Lidskin.
Season 7, Episode 2 of Brackets, Bubbles, and Bid Stealers. I am Sam Fetterman. That is Jonathan Lidskin. Jonathan, how are you doing today?
Great. Sunday afternoon. Masters is on. We're tracking portal stuff. Cubs stink, but that's okay.
Yeah. Dylan Smith is joining us. Dylan, welcome back to the pod. Your triumphant return after your last one.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for having me on today. I just want to say that I've been a really big fan of the podcast, so I'm glad to be back, and you guys have been killing it. So happy to talk some portal today.
Your only appearance aged quite well.
I mean, it only took a little bit of bias to make me sound pretty smart, but it ended up working out. So
So Michigan ended up being pretty good. They'll probably end up being pretty good again this coming year. That starts with retaining two of their key guys in the backcourt, and Elliot Cadeau and Trey McKinney.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're going to have to compete with North Carolina, whose coach apparently developed LeBron James, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Draymond Green, from what I'm looking at here.
Who didn't show up on that graphic? Like, is there any NBA future Hall of Famer that was not?
You could have put anyone that played
was
on
Russell Westbrook on there?
Years.
He had to be, right?
What?
I'm trying to think. Was Westbrook on there? He definitely was because he played in Denver, right?
No, but he wasn't terrible in Denver. But
okay, Westbrook wasn't on there. Okay, good. So that's one future Hall of Famer who's not on there.
Mm-hmm. DeMarcus Cousins was on there though.
Is he a future Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
The
NBA Hall of Fame is like fairly easy to get into. So
the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And maybe his accolades from Puerto Rico will get him into the Basketball Hall of Fame. I think he's killing it down there.
Hey, Dwight Howard's still playing.
I thought he retired 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like he's retired 2 weeks ago 15 times in the last 10 years. Was he on the graphic?
What'd you say?
Was he on the graphic? I legitimately have no idea.
No.
The list of teams that Michael Malone was with at some point.
Do you think that Aaron Gordon, who was a really key piece to Michael Malone winning a title, is offended that he wasn't on that graphic when he's done 10 times more for Malone's career than any of these other guys besides Jokic and Jamal Murray?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get Bruce Brown on there.
Yeah. So, should we dive into this portal stuff?
I just need to know who pitched that graphic.
That's a great question. Maybe it was Hubert.
I think they did a similar graphic. I'm gonna have to check this, but for Belichick, they definitely just reused it. They said this one was great. We'll just reuse it, but for basketball.
But that makes sense. Belichick was drafted guys and developed guys for all those years, and Michael Malone, he was an assistant with the Cavs and just overlapped with LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Portal stuff. I wanted to start with Michigan because obviously you didn't lose guys to the portal. Your Malik Cordell's in the portal, but Michigan
and Winters Grady.
And Winters Grady.
So Michigan did not lose any production to the transfer portal. Elliot Cadeau and Trey McKinney are back. Both will have the opportunity to be Big Ten first team in my eyes. And then they picked up one of the best bigs in the transfer portal in JP Estrella, who can give them a little bit of kind of what they need in terms of their physicality and ability to rebound the ball on both ends of the floor, which is so important to what Michigan does. But it's going to be difficult to replace the Lindenberg and Mara. Hopefully for Michigan's sake, they're able to get Merez back. We'll have to see what that direction goes and if they want to add another one. I know that they had Juke Harris on a visit, which would give them more of a wing type that they didn't quite have this year. But I mean, I think starting off with Estrella is a great place for Michigan to start.
Yeah, I think at least from what I've heard on the Michigan end is you're not going to be able to replace Mara and Merez, but you are going to be able to get certain skills that can cover up kind of some of what they gave. Estrella is great because, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk more about him, and I know Jonathan's a big fan, but he's a great offensive upside guy who didn't maybe have the most opportunity, but when he was out there, he was great. And towards the end of the year, he was really good. And he gives sort of that back to the basket post scorer that Mara gave you a few of those possessions. And now Estrella can hopefully fit in there. But to me, the biggest need for Michigan in this portal is a shot blocker and a rim protector. That was really the main engine of why the defense was as dominant as it was. And I'm sure we'll get into this, but with Flory Badunga off the board now, it'll be interesting to see how these teams who really need a shot blocker kind of go about looking for that in the portal.
Yeah, I think
Jonathan.
I think Estrella is a major plus add. Like Matthew Winnick has pointed out, his per minute numbers, how similar they were to like Merez and Mara in that aspect. But even further, like Tennessee was substantially better with Estrella on the floor this season than they were with Akbar on the floor. And I don't think that that was a great move by Tennessee to let him go, nor do I think it was a great move to play him as much as they did or as few as they did. So I think Michigan's a school and a system that absolutely can make the most of his skill set. Offensively, I think he's tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, just the ability to rebound the ball, that was something that he was incredible at. I think he's not the quickest in transition, but I think Michigan's system will definitely get him running a little bit more. And he's great on the cut. He's I think he's got a little bit of passing to his game as well. That maybe the numbers haven't been able to show yet. I think he's a little more skilled, and I think we'll be able to see him kind of show off a nice skill set at Michigan. So I like the ad. I think it fits. Gives them someone around the rim. I mean, there's just no replacing what they're going to lose, though. Really, it's tough to find anything. There's no Yaxel Lendeberg in the portal this year. There's nobody that can kind of give you that. I think there's guys that are really good, maybe have given a little more at the high major level than Lindeberg had before he got to Michigan. Obviously, he hadn't been a high major player, but there's nobody that has kind of the upside to destroy games the way that he did in the portal. So I think Michigan just kind of doing the best they could.
I think that'll be a theme across the board when we, continue to talk about these other teams, these other additions that teams are making. The talent level is just not going to be as good in college basketball next year, and that's not to say it'll be bad, but it was impossible for Michigan to replace those guys that they're losing with equals. And Estrella is a really nice addition for what they could add.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking through who I would say is a better big than Estrella in the portal, and it's really just Flory. I don't really think there's another big I would say is definitely better than him.
I think if Graves ends up, and this is you mentioned the Yaxel thing, Graves would be the guy who's certified number one player who would come in and be a top 5 player in the sport, in my opinion, on a team. He's
the one that has the upside, but I think there's much more downside to his game than there was for Yaxel last year.
I just don't see a way if this is just all speculation, obviously, but if Michigan were to add Allen Graves, I don't see a way that Dusty wouldn't be able to turn this 6'9" really skilled player into a monster like he has with pretty much every big that he's gotten his hands on in Michigan so far.
Yeah, I think that would work at Michigan. I have him more as a forward than a big. And I was just thinking probably in that top tier of forwards in the portal with Milan and David Punch, who Milan just entered today. Punch seems like he's probably going to end up at Texas, which I think gives them something that they did not have last year, which is just good perimeter defense.
Anyone that plays defense?
Anybody that plays defense. It's exactly what I was going for there. I mean, David Punch is one of the best defenders in college basketball. So getting him, it seems like that is going to be where Texas is going to go here. That's huge.
Yeah. Dylan, you can go here because I know you're a big David Punch fan.
I love David Punch. I would have him as one of the top few guys in the portal. I think even he is undersized, but I think he makes up with that with a level of physicality that we've seen the top teams in college basketball, at least this year, just completely dominate the glass, be able to protect the rim, and Punch's offensive game, I think, is really, really underrated. Just an absolute bowling ball going to the rim. And I think there's a little bit more available in terms of like what he can do on the perimeter that I think a good team, Texas playing Boca Titus next to him, I think it opens up a little bit more than what he was able to show at TCU.
Yeah, I don't know how much I think there is offensively. Like, I don't think he can shoot it. I don't think he's physical getting to the rim, but I don't really think he's like a terrific finisher. He's rough. Like he's a rough player, but like in a good way for what Texas needs. They're gonna have their physicality, their ability to get points in the paint with Boca Titus, and they're gonna have their ability to keep teams out of the paint with David Punch if they end up getting him, which it seems like signs are pointing to that.
Well, I think that the intriguing thing about Punch's offense is like he posted pretty decent numbers this year offensively on a team with like very little spacing. They were the 15th best 3-point shooting team in the Big 12, one of the worst in the conference, and he basically operated at like a fairly high usage rate on like decent efficiency without shooting threes. So we know what he's doing defense. I think with better spacing, he's just going to be a complete wrecking ball going downhill and getting to the foul line.
And then for them to also, they added Isaiah Johnson the other day, which I think is, I think that's one of the best guards in the portal.
Was this was this the guy that like that Lindy's magazine was on, Sam?
Maybe. I think they were on a couple Colorado guys.
That they were just on like every California guy because like clearly the guy who did
they had the guy Brandon Benjamin who went to San Diego as a top 50 recruit.
No, but Isaiah Johnson's a tremendous offensive player. Ran the point, partially ran the point position for Colorado this year. They played him a lot off ball considering they had Barrington Hargress, but he's a really good shooter. Doesn't really turn it over. Very mature for a 6'1" freshman playing in the high major level.
Just for a guy that off the dribble 36% from three, off the catch 38, 65% at the rim, to have all that as a freshman in a high major league on a team that, doesn't have a ton of talented offensive players around you. They had some, but it wasn't it wasn't a great offense. It wasn't a great team. Mm-hmm. And Johnson was just a stud for them. Came in and immediately made a huge impact. Gets to the line as well. I think he's as good as any guard that you're going to have in the portal this year. I think he has a chance to be one of the best players in the SEC. You just look at his numbers on really any site and you watch him play. He's so dynamic with the ball in his hands. He gets to the rim. He's able to score in different ways in the paint too, and he's really fast.
Yeah, I think Texas is going to be. I know we still have to wait to see how everything shakes up, but so far, like the core they have of that team is up there with anyone else who's gone through the first week of the portal. So,
agree.
Yeah, Jonathan kind of mentioned this to me the other day. He's like, "Are you ready for? Are you ready for top 7? You said top 7 Sean Miller, and I was like, "Oh God, no way!" And then I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, "Maybe."
So Swain's not coming back, right?
Doubt it. But like even with Punch Johnson, assuming they get Punch, which honestly surprised maybe hasn't happened by now.
It's basically like every outlet is saying like, he's going to Texas. Like it's like basically a matter of when. Like,
yeah, I believe he's originally from like right outside of Austin.
Yeah,
so
I want to say that's right.
That was the expectation going in. Was that he was going to go to Texas?
He's from Harker Heights, Texas. I'm looking up directions. It's like an hour from Austin.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of like staying home, and he's going to get paid a lot of money to play basketball there.
I'm trying to figure out, is there like something holding that up right now?
I think the agents this cycle more than last are they're understanding how to play this game. Like
it's brutal right now. It's brutal right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that kind of transitions us into the whole stuff with Louisville today, and like, I mean, Flory and Shellstad do have the same agent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, they definitely do, considering what just happened.
They committed together.
Now, it's not the first time that Jackson Shellstad and a great big have teamed up.
Do they have any money for the rest of their roster?
That's what I was going to say, because like I've seen that movie. I'm assuming
they do.
Like I've seen that movie play out before, and it wasn't good. They have to. Like,
so they already think. So they basically lost like, I think, almost all of their rotation players except for Adrian Woolley, who was not like terrific this year, but like started to show some flashes towards the end of the year. This is obviously a great start, but like it's like those two, Woolley and London Johnson, is their roster so far. I'm like very interested to see how they fill this out.
It's going to be a very expensive roster. I think that's
it has to be
the big takeaway here.
Yeah, assuming they basically spent probably 9 to 10 million on these two guys.
Which I'm hoping, for the sake of Louisville and Pat Kelsey, that most of that went to Badunga.
Yeah.
For just like, there's just no way Shellstad's worth anything over,
I was a really big Jackson Shellstad fan when he was in high school, but I think there's a very clear ceiling to him as a player. Like he's not an All-American caliber player. He's a very good point guard. He shoots. He distributes. He doesn't turn it over a whole bunch. He's just not super dynamic.
He hasn't gotten better.
Well, he also was hurt this year, which is a part of it. And he was playing well before he got hurt.
No, he's good.
I also made the point of like texting you this, Sam, like an hour ago. Like, how many point guards in the Big Ten would you have taken over at healthy Jackson Shellstad this year? I think the number is like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, the Big Ten was also loaded with point guards this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think he needs to shoot from 3 for in this system is the question.
Well, I would assume that Louisville's making it a point now to like go add other shooters around these.
They have to. They have to. If you're gonna look at, I know Woolley is a good shooter too.
Yeah.
But like was probably the worst shooter of like that Mikal Brown.
Yeah, he's not an elite one.
Isaac McNeely, Ryan Conwell quartet. I know Brown didn't shoot it very well this year, but just in general, I mean, Woolley shot 40% from deep at what's it called? I mean, he's a really good shooter. He's a really good shooter.
Kind of saw, right?
Yeah, but they need to find like a Javon Hadley physical wing,
sure.
Physical wing guard. And I would like for them to get like a legit power forward this year. I know they have Flory.
You didn't like Hadley playing power forward for them?
I mean, he's a wing, and he's good, but I would like for them to kind of have a couple more options for front court versatility, front court viability, because I think something that kind of screwed them over was just everyone on the court for them was reliant on shooting except for the 5-man.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, and even Hadley at times was reliant on his shooting.
And there are other factors here, but like the system kind of made Connie Roots like unplayable.
Yeah, and I think you need to find a player out. You need to find a player out there that can be your power forward type that is just going to be able to, no matter what, go in there and whether he's shooting well or not, kind of give you some impact, give you a floor lift in those types of games, because they didn't have that. And obviously then find like your Conwell / McNeely, like unbelievable sharpshooter as your 2 guy.
Yeah,
your
I think
3 or whatever.
I think that's totally fair.
Who's the best shooter in the portal not named Milan Momcilovic right now?
Brett Decker, who already committed.
Where did he commit to?
Baylor.
Baylor, right.
I went on a little bit of a tirade yesterday on Twitter about that.
I'm trying to think who else are the best shooters in the portal right now.
Oh, I'm pulling up the like Bashir.
Oh God, no.
I know your Bashir thoughts, Sam. Who else? Like Colin Chandler already committed. Like Brady Dunlap, but he's not that level of player.
Oh, Paul McNeil.
Yeah, but
Wes Ennis.
He's like a really good off the dribble shooter.
Yeah.
So
Wes Ennis is a great
Corey
shooter.
Hadnot.
Oh yeah,
He's an elite
he can really
shooter.
shoot it.
Yeah. His interest list came out and Mizzou wasn't on it, and I was really, really pissed.
I'm trying to think who else is there that can really shoot it in the portal right now.
Like, listen, you can find like competent shooting, especially in the system.
No, yeah, obviously. I'm just trying to think, like, are there any of the like the I'm trying to figure out like if I'm missing like a Conwell level, just like holy crap shooter.
The problem, like I think Louisville, and like this is not a Louisville specific problem, is I think like Louisville tried to find players that did like one specific thing really well this year, and like as Steve Peichel's Rutgers team,
Jalen Petty can really shoot.
Showed us you cannot do that to build a roster.
Jalen Petty can really shoot it too. So
yeah, he's small.
That's another one. Yeah, it's another one of the best shooters in the portal. I would say Garway Duval.
Yeah, like you'll be able to find shooting.
There's not a lack for shooting in the portal. There's a lack for like shooters that do a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are just good players.
But let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Does Louisville need a shooter who can do a lot, or do they just need like a Donovan Atwell right now? Because
I think it depends on how much you believe in Shellstat.
I mean, I think that if you're paying him what you're paying him, which is probably a lot, you're believing in him a lot.
The thing with Shellsted too is the 3-point numbers are a little bit off, just because a lot of his shots
37 last year.
Yeah, and he's shooting most of those off the dribble.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go out there and get a guy who's going to be more of a catch and shoot stretch wing. And I think there are a lot of those dudes sometimes at the lower levels that like those guys can translate a lot easier than asking a guy who can also like handle the ball or play defense or have.
I mean, they did it with Rain Smith.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Rain Smith was not that not the shooter he was at Louisville that he was at Charleston.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they need like the sharpshooter that they're going to pick up to be like a two-way guy. If they can find that wing, that kind of power forward that can give them a little bit of a floor on that on both ends, is what I would say.
Yeah, for sure. They also like
this roster is far from finished.
They also like we haven't really mentioned this, but like they also do need to like fill out a bench.
Oh yeah,
they have 4 players right now, and I could argue 2 of them might not start.
And that's probably going to come from finding a couple of like mid-major shooters out there, and they're probably going to have to do that. We'll see who that ends up being.
Speaking about no bench, who are the teams that have like the fewest players currently? Like there are teams that have like 4 players.
Yeah, Louisville is one of them. I'm just kind of looking up and down.
I mean, Boston College has 2 players, and I've never heard of either of them.
I think we can exclude like teams that don't have like a new coach, or teams that do have a new coach from this. Houston, I think, was like kind of one of those teams until yesterday. In terms of like a starting lineup, because they had like only bench players outside of.
I mean, who does Indiana have right now?
Who does Indiana have?
I mean, they have Moody, Carvalho,
and Sisley.
I think in Sisley, yeah.
Who does Kansas have? They have a few more, but like starters.
Northwestern is kind of also in that spot.
Kansas has Kinney,
Rosario,
yeah,
and then
Perry.
A bunch of freshmen and redshirt freshmen.
Yeah, I mean,
like they have 2 other freshmen who will not start for them.
Yeah, I mean,
this has to be a little like, and I understand that these are big time schools who are gonna have a lot of money to spend.
I mean, UConn legitimately does not have anybody in the front court right now.
How about Texas Tech? They have like Dakari Spear and Bamboy.
I mean, to be fair, that was essentially the depth of their roster last year. I'm just begging Texas Tech to like fill out a bench this year. That cost.
We know they have the money to get a bench.
Well, not if they pay JT Toppin $7 million to come back
and sit for half the year.
I think they're gonna backload that somehow.
Yeah,
and just have this year as like a free year.
It's incentive-based contract. You only get money for the games you play in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think when you're looking at the current landscape of college basketball, like I would be just a little bit nervous if you're going in here and you're expecting to replace your entire roster every year, and we know that like Kansas has money and they're going to build a roster, but like, does Kansas have money when Indiana and Kentucky and Texas Tech and UConn are also getting those same guys? Like, that's where that's when valuations get pushed.
My thing is that like you can't go into the portal expecting to fill your whole roster, because if like sure you'll be able to get a couple guys.
Well, the international guys come later too.
Yeah, and I mean, but here's the thing though. I think that we saw and you can correct me if I'm wrong, and perhaps I will be wrong here. We saw such like an influx of international guys last year that like maybe like that was a couple like different classes of international guys coming in. Maybe we just get that again, because I don't know the extent of this. I mean, Syracuse got Mark Morano from. I don't even know where he's.
We understand that there are certain international guys that like teams are in on. Like
if Gene Montero comes over, that's like an All-American.
We did forget about somebody from Louisville. Now that I think about it, by the way, they are supposed to get Quinn Ellis, but like,
right.
That was like weeks ago. It feels like.
Houston. Let's talk about them.
Can we just talk about real quick before you go on? Will Wade has one player on his roster right now. One.
Who?
Jalen Reese. And they already missed on someone who like everyone thought they were going to get. So
who did people think?
Haggerty.
Right. Yeah. I forgot. I'm like so out on like just like half of these guys. Like I'm following so closely some of them. I'm following I'm just like waiting for the notification to come up on my screen. Like here we go. Here's when someone commit. You know what would be really funny? If we just had like an embargo on everything until like two weeks, and then all of a sudden like it's a notification blast, like it's the moratorium period, and it's just like every single commit.
It's like waiting. It's like trying to get like concert tickets, where you're just
I kind of wish we had that for this. It would be funny.
I mean, we also the real winners here, right, are the agents this year. I mean, those guys are making it,
and some of them are apparently taking 20%.
What did Trilly tweet the other day that like a bunch of players have forgotten this year that the agents work for them?
Yes.
There's never been a better time to be a sketchy uncle of a grassroots star. Like this is the perfect time.
I don't know, man. It's always been a pretty good time to be a sketchy uncle of a grassroots star.
Like, do you think that like Worldwide West is like thinking about leaving the Knicks to like get back into the game?
I'm sure Will Wade.
That's the only way Arkansas is making the Final Four, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, we
By the way, how many players do they have?
Arkansas? Yeah, but they're only going to take like 6 players.
I mean, yeah, they did that last year.
I mean, and they have the freshmen coming in, and Richmond should be back, but like Knox is in the portal. Wagner.
I mean, who do they have coming in? Jordan Smith, Toure, Andrews,
JJ Andrews, MVP of Beach Jam.
No, great player. That's a great class. Especially, I love Smith. I think Andrews is really good. Toure.
My thing with this class is just like how many of these guys are like real difference makers, like leading a really good team. So, or being like this 3 years ago, whenever the Kentucky Reed Shepherd, Rob Dillingham class was like, that was my critique of Kentucky, and like they ended up being a top 20 team that lost in the first round of the tournament, but like that was like kind of.
Hey, Jonathan, who did they lose to?
Greg Campy, who Dan picked. Yeah. Let's talk about Houston. You've been trying to get.
No, DJ Thomas and Delreco Gillespie are kind of their two gets so far. I'm not like the biggest DJ Thomas fan, but I like the idea of getting like a facilitator, playmaker guard for them. I trust that he'll be that Kelvin will whip him into shape defensively. Obviously, he was actually like, just if you look at the on-off numbers for him at LSU this year, and it was probably because he played against the bat. Okay, forget the on-off numbers because he played against the non-conference schedule.
He also probably didn't like come off the floor at all.
No, but he got hurt and didn't play in the SEC games.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So forget about the on-off.
Okay.
But like not a shooter, which is going to be an adjustment for Houston. They've had ball handlers over the last few years that are just unbelievable shooters. But I think giving them a guy that can really pass the ball is going to be big. I'm curious to see. I mean, obviously, maybe this means we'll see more of their kind of off-ball shooters, like especially like a Chase McCarty coming into the mix a little bit more. Now he's a junior now, right?
Yeah. Redshirt sophomore, I think, actually.
Yeah, redshirt sophomore. That's a guy that can really shoot it. I think we're going to see a lot more of him next year, and I think they're going to need him because if Thomas isn't going to be a shooter, you can get kind of an off-ball shooter like Chase McCarty. But I do think they're going to need that kind of real on-ball shooter too. Like they're going to need that difference maker in that scope. But I think Delreco Gillespie is just like, oh yeah, like they're going to rebound the crap out of it. Like Houston really, for their standards, didn't rebound it well last year. They were 33rd in offensive rebounding rate. They had been top 11 in each of the previous 6 seasons. They hadn't been this low since 2018. Delreco Gillespie is one of the best rebounders in college basketball, if not the best. Like he might be the best rebounder in college basketball.
So I think that, like, I told Dylan this yesterday. Well, wait, let's see how they fill out the rest of this roster. But this is giving me very like 2021 Houston vibes, where they're just going to be total beasts on the boards and on defense. One high usage player that just gets the ball up on the rim a ton, and a guard that is maybe the best defender in the sport on the ball, and that might be Alozier, the freshman they have coming in.
Oh yeah,
who's an elite.
Forgot about him.
Does not do anything else well, but is an elite defender. So I think that like Houston's going to kind of get back to their roots here, where they're just, not a great offensive team, like a good one because they can rebound. But, I think if you look at like at the end of next year and like their effective field goal percentage ranked is like below 200, like I wouldn't be too surprised by that.
They're getting Tugler back too, right?
Yeah. And
that's good. But
like DFA will rebound. I'm not sure like what else.
Diane is not good. Like I do think they need like
he's not in shape at all.
Yeah.
If you watch the McDonald's stuff, he's not in shape.
Gillespie is much more of a post threat than Tugler. So that's going to be good for them.
He posted up a lot last year. He didn't do it super efficiently though.
I mean, 63rd percentile efficiency is not bad.
I wonder what Jawan Roberts' was.
I mean, he was unbelievable.
I mean, he was one of the best players in the sport. So
yeah, I mean,
any thoughts on these Houston guys?
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, I know I mentioned this to you the other day as well, but I think some people are taking for granted really like how much Kingston Flemings did for that offense this year. And at times the offense looked like very brutal down the stretch. And Flemings was kind of like 6 seconds left on the shot clock because none of your actions worked. Like go get a bucket. And so I'm curious to see like who takes on that role for Houston next year. I like Thomas a lot. I think he's a great paint touch, distribute, point guard, but like he's not going to do any of those things that Flemings was doing on offense.
Yeah, with you on that.
I mean, but if you're going to be that much better rebounding the ball, which I think they probably will get back to like the top 10 in offensive rebounding rate with Gillespie. I think that will you don't need kind of as much of the create a shot guard because you just need to get shots up on the rim. Yeah. And not that they didn't need to just get shots up on the rim last year. They were really, it's just the margins were so thin because of the way they play. And I am a little concerned though about Houston's offense maybe slipping back to like 30th or 25th instead of being like top 10. 15.
Your hope is that your rebounding is so good that like it's basically impossible.
Stabilizes it stabilizes the offense back to where it was last. But like, is DJ Thomas going to be their worst like primary ball handler since I don't know, like
Jarrell?
Yeah.
Who was
even then they had Sasser
6'5" and was a complete menace on the ball.
And like even then they had Sasser that year and he was really good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean Sampson's also. I mean every guard that they bring in there like has improved and been better.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just gonna give him that grace.
No, I'll give him that defensively for sure. My question though is like, is he gonna shoot it at all?
I think he's gonna shoot more than we think.
Because like Houston right now does not look to be a good shooting team at all. And like I do think they're gonna need to make some outside shots.
This is a interesting experiment with Thomas, in my opinion.
It's so hard to talk about like a roster when you don't really know like what it's fully going to look like.
Well, because like Deaton Thomas, the player is good. We agree on that. Like, you know, probably not the best, you know, guard in the portal, but you know, can be an elite guard. I think like the experiment though is like, yeah, like Calvin's fixed some guys defensively. Like he got LJ Cryer to buy in defensively. That was like really impressive in itself. But LJ Cryer was playing for like a winning program. Like DJ Thomas has played with two teams that have like gotten their
last two coaches have got fired.
Yeah.
So the real question is, and I think during the season there's going to be this comparison, but is Marcus Burton a better fit for Houston next year?
Yeah.
Than Thomas.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are the two guys they're after.
I kind of think so, but I think I don't know about like Burton is just such like he's also got the injury concerns too. So I mean they both have injury concerns, but Burton's been 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
he's gotten hurt.
I mean, we can't tell what's going to end up happening, but I'm sure that's going to be at some point going to come up, whether good or bad. I mean,
yeah, we'll see.
Sam Bradley just took a kid from the Bulgarian National League. I'm so excited to look into this kid later.
Speaking of Bradley, we've got Peoria West over in Ames.
I mean, they're freaking building a Valley All-Star team. Like, not that this is like, you know.
This backcourt's going to be annoying to play against. Is it going to be that good?
So, first of all, I think it's hilarious that one of Ott's assistants.
By the way, we just had another MAC coach get hacked on Twitter.
Who?
Anthony Latina.
I think it's.
I guess I shouldn't have said another. It's just because the last coach that I mentioned to get hacked was Tony Skinn.
Oh.
And our guy, Ricky Weeps, helped him get his account back.
He helped him get his account back. But anyway, I think that it's funny, first of all, that Kyle Green goes and takes the Northern Iowa job. And then immediately Otts is just like going to take Northern Iowa's best player, maybe, from last year in Leon Bond. This is kind of the team I was alluding to with the whole talent level is going to be worse. Because I think if you're comparing 1-to-1, Jaquan Johnson, Lipsy to Jaquan Johnson, Heisey's probably the guy you compare to Leon Bond. And then who am I missing, Sam?
Jefferson and Momchilovich with
Jefferson
Singleton.
Jefferson to Singleton. Like, this is just good replacements, but like they're just worse players than the guys they had.
I mean, I trust Otzelberger to like make this team good, but I don't see this team. Like, they've been 8-11-7 in KenPom the last 3 years.
Johnson
doesn't scream that to me.
Johnson worries me a tad bit offensively. with these guys just because like he's like this 5'11" like bully guard, and like I don't know if that'll work in the Big 12.
5'11" is generous.
Right, like that's what he's listed at.
I mean, this is going to be one of the best defensive backcourts in the country again. They're going to be able to play the way that they've played. Like, they're just not going to be as good at it. And, like, they're not going to have that game breaker that Momcilovic was.
They also don't have to be because, like, teams are probably not going to be as good.
Yeah, but, like, they also had an element last year with Momcilovic being that just like, oh, yeah, and whenever we really need to, we can get this 6'8" guy a shot, and he's never, like, I don't. As I said, Milan Momcilovic shot 48.6% from three. You could tell me he shot 78.6% from three, and I would believe it.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but like anytime you have to replace like two NBA players, basically.
Two NBA players and like your senior leader point guard who's been a 4-year starter.
Yeah. Now, Iowa State doesn't have like this like blank check budget like some other programs do.
No, but I do like how they went out first weekend and
proactive,
identified their targets and got them locked down right away. Like that's how serious basketball programs operate now.
It is. It absolutely is. And I like what Iowa State did. I just the ceiling does not feel very high to me.
They have another one too, I think, that's coming in that I can't say because it's not public yet.
Can you text me?
But good fit in my opinion.
Can you text me? Because I
will.
Is it in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah. Sign up. I'm turning this into an ad to sign up for the Trilly Discord because it's good stuff.
Okay, that guy. Right. No, yeah, definitely a lot of good intel in there.
Yeah.
Jonathan's been all over it. Also, you get the basket.
I literally am not
under
close
review.
to tab on my computer all week.
You also get the basket under review subscription there.
Yeah.
Check out some of the stuff that I've been writing over there. I did a couple articles the last couple weeks. All right, Jonathan. Speaking of basket, I'm just kind of looking at the basket under review like portal list and just trying to see like what other guys we need to talk about.
Tennessee's guys.
Yeah, let's talk.
They got
Tennessee.
3 already. Ruben is a monster that played for a terrible team, but is an elite rim protector.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you can even blame him for how bad that team was.
You can't.
You can't.
He
was
did,
the only guy
did all the same things he had been doing defensively. They just like were horrible.
He was like the only guy that really had a pulse there. And the other thing about Ruben that I think is really interesting is that he's gotten so much better as a passer. Like his first year there, you saw the signs of it, and now like he's legitimately like a high post short roll playmaker.
Yeah, and then you add Ames. Lundblade is obviously a terrific fit with the pin downs and the stuff that they run. Ames,
that's a score because you can type of shooter.
Yeah. Ames is the one I have the most questions.
I just wish that like, hey, Lundblade could kind of turn off of those.
Do anything else?
Like get something off of the dribble, off of those screens too, because guys are just going to start sending bodies to the 3-point line and trying to run them away from being able to do that. And I don't know like if they have the abilities on the roster right now, and if Lundblade is really good enough to be able to turn that into layups and drives in the SEC.
Yeah, that's one thing that like Connect, Lanier, and Ament all did well. Is like when guys got out on them, they would just turn the corner on those and get either into the mid range or to the rim. Connect and Lanier.
Can I say I think Lundblade might be just straight up talent wise better shooter than any of those guys?
Well, he is. He's one of, if not the best shooter in the sport. Like it's probably Momcilovic and then him.
Trying to think.
Yeah, I mean he just did not miss. It feels like.
Yeah, another guy that like he shot 41%. If you told me he shot 61%, like
yeah.
Except for in the championship game. Sorry, not the championship game. The Missouri Valley
tournament
quarterfinal. He was 3 for 10 from 3 in that game, and it felt like he was just the worst player ever.
He couldn't make a shot.
Yeah, he couldn't make a shot. He shot 30%. Like, that's not awful. I mean, it's not good.
Are we concerned about Ames here at all? Just because he doesn't guard?
He gives you a little bit more in terms of like getting downhill than kind of what they had.
Does he?
Last year? I mean, at time. I mean, Boswell. I think
from like the wing position. Yeah, I think I probably agree. Like,
yeah, but he's like a 6'1" thin guard.
Well,
he's a lot more dynamic.
He's gonna play off the ball, I would assume, because he's not.
So who of their off-ball guards been the last couple of years, Jonathan?
Bishop Boswell,
Bishop Boswell, Jemai Meshack, like
Jordan Gainey.
Like, well, Gainey's probably the closest comp to Ames of like the guys Tennessee has had over the last couple of years.
He's also 3 inches taller than him.
Yeah, but like, you see what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like I
get what you're saying.
They need a defender.
Yeah, and they need a point guard who defends.
Yeah, they need a
point of attack point guard.
I wish they could have brought Amari Evans back too, just kind of like as a guy that can defend on the wing and all that. I mean, I don't know who they're in on right now.
I haven't seen other names connected to them.
But they kind of got the guys that they wanted.
It's good that they got the 3 guys right away.
No, again, I agree. Like, same with Iowa State. Like, good to do that. And the talent level, as we've said, will be down. So maybe this does better than we thought. And I was low on Tennessee last year, and they kind of outperformed it.
I feel like I was perfectly reasonable on Tennessee.
No, yeah. I mean,
they got a 6 seed.
Yeah. But they were high on Ken Pom.
Trying to think what else here. Sam, you want to talk about Syracuse at all?
Yeah, honestly, I do. Like, I don't really have a ton of like fully formed thoughts right now because we still don't know what the big man situation is going to be like. I think they probably need another like on-ball point guard type, whether that's a starter or it's kind of a bench guy that'll give you some good minutes of it. They kind of need that. But they've got, I know like the guys that they're reportedly in on that they haven't, obviously they've got Gavin Doty in, Garway Duwall, Mark Morano, Tazzy Goodrick. Goodrick's going to be like a backup big. Morano and Doty are kind of going to be like your 2-3. Maybe they add another guy in that spot because it seems like they're in on Aiden Tobiason and Hudson Mays. My assumption would be you maybe get one of those two. Definitely, I would assume you don't get both. Then obviously you've got Duwall, who's, I mean, like, he's a 1, but like Duwall's a good player. Like in the Southland, he was a great player. But also McNeese was better than Syracuse was last year. So like,
yeah, that's true.
Like you're getting players from teams that were better than you. Like that's a start.
We just got a former 5-star alert, by the way.
Oh God, who?
Jaleel Bethia to Pitt.
Oh God, I was hoping he would go to like Drexel.
Pitt is doing a real bang up job so far.
What is Pitt doing? Like I feel like I've looked up and like seen just like player I don't like commits to Pitt like 5 different times in this portal cycle.
Pitt's offseason so far has been Anthony Falezi decommitting, and then they added Jonathan Powell and Jaleel Bethia.
I liked Jonathan Powell a year ago, so maybe that's an interesting one. But like, what does he do besides shoot? What does he do besides shoot?
What did Blake Hinson do besides shoot? And they got a lot out of him.
Yeah, Blake Hinson was good though.
That's true.
Oh, they also brought in Dominique Diamond.
If they get Jonathan Powell to be this like stud, like Hubert Davis should just never be allowed near a basketball court like ever again.
I mean, who's allowing Hubert Davis near a basketball court right now?
That's a great god. Maybe Team Loaded. I don't know.
By the way, I was at a North Carolina UCLA game in what was it? I think 25 or like December of 24. And this game must have been incredible because
was that the Pete Nance buzzer beater game?
No, that
was Ohio State. That was Ohio State.
This was Adaimara plays 4 minutes, scores 1 point, has 2 rebounds. Okay, it actually made a little bit of sense because North Carolina went to the 4-guard lineup, but Elliot Cadeau was like not good in this game. And
wasn't good in a lot of them.
UCLA was up 16 with 12 minutes left. North Carolina came back and won. And you had Adaimara and Elliot Cadeau on opposite sides of the court. William Kyle played triple the amount of minutes as Mara. And this was in a game where like Daly and Bilodeau both had foul trouble. And like Daly got hurt. So like they were playing like Lazar Stefanovic and William Kyle lineups.
Speaking of Cronin, do we have any thoughts on the guys he's been able to bring in so far?
I like
Who was
Jovic.
he brought in?
Jovic and Sergei Makira.
Yep. It's another package deal with that guy.
I watched objectively way too much college basketball. I had never heard of Sergei Makira before he entered the portal.
Back to the Syracuse
that Mississippi State was really bad, but
hey, I had thoughts on Syracuse, and then I somehow got us off on a tangent.
That's perfectly okay with me.
That's like kind of how the Syracuse thoughts segments usually go.
Yeah, except it was usually a lot more pessimistic.
No, I like Doty. Morano like doesn't really guard, but he can shoot it. Gavoni was like, Morano is like a 5-star caliber player. I turned on like 20 minutes of his film in like a league where I've never heard of any of the players, and it's just like, no, this guy's not a 5-star caliber guy. So like he's good. He's gonna be a contributor. I just don't know to what level, and it's definitely not a 5-star.
UCLA added Jovic and Makira, and I guess they're just trying to be like this like McCronin Cincinnati team again. That's like really tough.
I'm all in on that.
Like
Cronin decided he's done with the California guys. Like he's just let's go far away from California guys who won't play defense for him. And let's just go. Like let's just get as many Eastern Europeans as we can.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. They're gonna be probably really bad offensively unless they get like another guard that just is awesome. But yeah, like this is. It feels like since they lost that core of Jaquez, Juzang, Clark, Campbell, they've just been overcorrecting based on like issues from every year, and so far they haven't quite cracked the code. So
I also love whenever a team signs one of these European guys, like everyone just assumes that they're like a major prospect because Gavoni will send something out and they're like, wow, this guy was showing up on radars. And I'm like, just because they have accents at the end of the name, right?
Yeah. And they're all repped by the same agent.
All repped by the same guy.
Dude, did you see Vox went to Illinois and then like everyone was posting like the Brad Underwood?
Yeah, that he's from Estonia.
Like, he's from Estonia. Do you know where Estonia is? Estonia, like, this guy's like basically Finnish.
I want like him to take like a French kid.
That might be an insult to. I don't know if there's a rivalry between Estonia and Finland.
I want him to take like a French kid that like has like a very French sounding name. That way everyone can just be like, oh, horrible, not a system.
Made the French. Narcisse Ngoy at Auburn.
DeRosa will have a field day.
Yeah, I'm just.
So where does Petrovic end up, guys?
The Adriatic League.
Is he coming back?
He was pretty good there.
Yeah, I mean, he should just go back.
I like how Dylan. I like how yesterday in our chat with Luke, I like said that like Petrovic was like the MVP of the Adriatic League, and Luke was like, "How bad is that league?"
He's like 22.
Yeah, he is,
and he was completely unplayable in the Big Ten.
He hit a 3 in his debut against Bama, and I was at that game. That was like one of the loudest buildings I've heard all year. Is when he hit that three. He was supposed to be their best player. So I have no idea where this kid ends up, but like, hope he just like goes and kills it at a Valley school. Honestly.
Western Illinois Leatherneck.
Dude, if he is in the Valley, I will like push that kid to the moon.
Oh man,
I don't know like what level it would take for me to be in on Petrovic right now.
Kentucky's
Like he was
the leader for
so
Rob Wright.
bad. Did you say? I heard you say the word Kentucky, and I'm like, oh god.
They're
That does sound like
the
something-
leader for Rob Wright.
That does sound like something Mark Pope would do, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're leading for Rob Wright.
They need a like. I guess like they need a guy who can like just gets points. Like
I was change of topic. I was unbelievably high on what Ohio State was doing this offseason, and then they added Yelovich,
and then you
like,
remembered who their coach
it
was.
just ruined it all.
I mean, I mean, we could talk about them a little bit. I like Justin Pippen.
Yeah,
I mean,
Michigan-
I like Pippen.
Yeah.
I like obviously you got Bynum coming back. Anthony Thompson is going to be one of the better players in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I mean I've watched a little bit of Thompson. Like I have my qualms with Thompson, like, but I think he's pretty good. Like probably one of the 3-4 best freshmen in the country next year.
They're just not going to play defense again.
Yeah, and like that's fine. Like
The possible big pairing they have is not moving me in the slightest. I'm not.
Either Ojanwa or Yelovich are good defensive players at all.
No.
And
I mean, I just don't think Yelovich is good.
I don't think he's a high major player. Yeah,
No, like he was not good at Kentucky, like at all.
Not in the slightest.
The school who gets Anton Bonke, that is going to be
God.
the best.
Oh God. And I have never seen a more Rhode Island Ram than Anton Bonke.
He keeps coming up in the
Dude, he's Javante Brown Ferguson all over again.
He said they said that he's gonna test the draft waters.
What
You guys
draft?
see that?
The military draft?
Gavoni sent out a tweet saying that he's looking to test the draft waters.
Dude,
The only draft waters that he's going to be testing are like, I don't know if he gets like a cheap beer.
I'm not even kidding, guys. I saw that and I had to just laugh. It's ridiculous.
Like we watched this guy play high major basketball. He was like below Krista Sandico on the depth chart. Krista Sandico, who I nicknamed Jesus Christ, not again, Sandico.
Look at the Draft Express. Charlotte transfer Anton Bonke will test the 2026 NBA draft waters. His agent Scott Nichols tells Draft Express.
I don't know. What is Scott?
What's he gonna go do? He's gonna go to the draft combine.
He's just gonna measure.
He's gonna measure at 7'2".
Draft
He's gonna ask
combine?
what
He's not even going to the G League combine.
he's gonna ask what I need to get better at, and they're gonna tell him everything.
There's a group on Michigan State Twitter who they are convinced that he's the guy. I'm not even kidding. Like they are convinced that he's the guy to take him over the top.
Again, another guy, by the way, that has played for two coaches, and both of them have gotten fired.
I hope he kills it. I hope after all this he goes somewhere and absolutely kills it.
He can't move.
But he's not good.
What did he shoot at the rim this year, Sam?
Oh God. Oh God. Let me find
I'm
this.
like very curious. Like he just does not pass the eye test at all.
Actually 70% at the rim.
Oh, okay.
But 54% on layups. He just had 57 dunks.
Okay. 54% on layups, did you say?
Yeah, but like good for him to have like that many dunks. Like that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can filter this a little bit more.
Bonke is currently rated higher on the 24/7 port, which take that with a grain of salt. But he's rated higher than Brandon Garrison, Xavier Staten, who's also like, I mean,
horrible.
I don't know. Yeah. Dude, the big market, I mean, once you get past the first 10 guys, you are like,
I think there are like
dangerous
serviceable bigs available. The problem is they just all cost so much.
can't find the half-court setting.
Like, I feel like a lot of these teams that need bigs are going to have to wait for like the market to water down to like
It's
even
not
start
gonna
negotiating with these guys.
So many
it's
teams
not like
need
you-
2 or 3. I mean, some teams need like 3 bigs.
Yeah. Like I'm scrolling through our tracker. just
Anton Bonke took an off-the-dribble jumper this year. I will be watching this play right
go
now.
go find that.
Bonke's gonna end up. He's gonna end up on a high major team.
Dude, he did it
I'll
against
tell you that
UIC.
He did it against UIC.
Yeah.
So UIC's resume this year is like Valley finalist, lost a 11 a.m. Wednesday game to Arkansas Pine Bluff, and allowed a mid-range off-the-dribble jumper to.
It was a fadeaway.
Wait, so he dribbled into it.
Yes, and then he traveled. He absolutely traveled.
Oh, well, that's fun.
He's just like his strides are so big that like if he takes one dribble, he gets himself too far.
I want to see, Jonathan. I
So
want
like
to
he
see
had to pivot out and like fade into like a it was closer than it looks. It was closer than you would think. It was better than the what was it, Jerry and Gopot?
Oh yeah, the one we watched it with Winnick.
Or was that Tom? Or was that two or Gopot?
Dylan, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like you have that bracket Bible. I want like transfer portal Bible, where if a guy's highlight clip is only one step dunk or like blocked shots, like that has to be an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's at the mid-major level.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think the easiest way to evaluate mid-major guys transferring up is their shot diet, and like there's some programs I think that can like kind of coach that out of you. Like Illinois is one of them, I think, but like there was just no way Abdi Bashir was going to be a productive player at K-State this year, and or impactful player at K-State this year.
Providence played Eli Delorier more than they played Anton Bonke.
I don't even know who that is. Is he related to Gavin?
He played 27% of the minutes at East Carolina this year.
Oh, another coach did their coach get fired or no?
He didn't. He has a vote of confidence.
He got extended, didn't he?
I think
he got extended.
Yeah, 249th in Ken Palm, Michael Schwartz. They've. I mean, here's the thing though: 4 years there, and like he hasn't been as bad as the last guy.
Who was the last guy?
Joe Dooley.
Okay.
Joe Dooley did not finish higher than 6-11 in conference play.
Okay.
Michael Schwartz went 7-11 and 10-8, but also 6-12 twice.
Yeah,
and it was 249, and also had Ezra Sarr on his team one time. But Joe Dooley had Tristan Newton, and was bad.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
And then Mike Schwartz had Javon Small, R.J. Felton, Ezra Sarr, and was bad.
Dude, High Point has so much money.
So much money.
This team should not count as a Cinderella.
You know what? That's what I said. You know what I like about High Point though? It's like they don't like go after like guys that would be good at high majors. Like they go out and like they spend their money on they spend money on like the best guys that wouldn't work at high majors, and like just get a lot of them because that's cheaper than the guys that would be.
Yeah.
It's more cost efficient and helps them build out more depth than a bunch of guys that like, oh, like they have the money to go out and get like a really, really good, like a guy that could play like at a mid-high major or something like that. Like, is a high major taking Franquan from Kennesaw? Probably not. Is a high major like Owen Aquino was kind of like that last year, like really good player, but like there's things that he does at a level that like just don't work, that like wouldn't work at the high major level. So you take him. Like they're really good at like finding the guys that like can maximize their level in that league and finding enough of them to the point where, hey, like you go out there, you can play a good game against the right high major. As we saw, they beat Wisconsin this year and they almost beat Arkansas.
So the one
and then they also have Cameron Fletcher.
So the one big player who we haven't talked about so far, I think, is Providence, right? And Xavier, maybe.
I mean, I think we have a bunch of teams that I want to talk a little bit more about.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Abdullah Ahmed plans to enter the transfer portal. Enter the LinkedIn portal, buddy. That is a Charlotte 49er.
Who is taking him?
Actually, no, it's not because they don't have Aaron Fern anymore. That would be a perfect Anton Bonke replacement.
Who is taking him and who is taking Najee? I can't wait. I can't wait for
the Adriatic League.
I can't wait for the James Najee GIF in the Discord. That's just gonna have like 300 thumbs downs on it,
and like 700 LinkedIn.
Yeah.
What about Cherry Darlan? You know what? All right, screw it. Can somebody just get like a team together of all these guys?
Someone just is like going all in on the G League guys.
Like Kyrie Walker at the point, London Johnson at the 2, Amari Bailey at the 3.
If Mizzou takes Kyrie Walker, I will never watch them again.
Dude, Kyrie Walker is like he said he got his college eligibility approved. Yeah, you probably got NAIA eligibility because they don't have the 5-year clock.
Who's that really short? Oh, who is that guy? The short
Julian
Newman. I can't wait to see list of interest in Julian Newman.
That guy was not a Division I level player.
He was terrible.
Ever. He's like 5'6".
They played like IMG.
The original Aura Farmer.
Sam, I'll Venmo you. Sam, I'll Venmo you $5 right now if you could tell me where Julian Newman went to high school, because I know it off the top of my head.
Oh, he went to some school in Florida.
Yeah, he did go to school in Florida. Dylan, do you know it?
I don't know.
He went to Prodigy Prep, I think it was called.
Downey Christian. What was the original school?
He was at like Prodigy Prep.
They
played LaMelo Ball's Spire team and lost by like 600.
Yeah, they also, dude, there are highlights out there of his Prodigy Prep team playing IMG, and it is the single funniest like film watch ever.
Oh man, I'm just excited to see the Mark Pope has a Zoom call with Julian Newman and Cam.
Dude, by the way, do you guys know how old Julian Newman is right now?
25.
24. Okay.
24.
Yeah, he's like our age. Like, not you, Sam, but Dylan and I's age.
He's 24 and he would be undersized on a women's team.
Julian Newman. That's just who I think of with Kyrie Walker. Like I immediately just attach his name to Julian Newman.
Yeah, Kyrie Walker was like that, but like was definitely much better at basketball. Kyrie Walker though will be 26 years old in November.
I saw Kyrie Walker play when he was playing AAU, and like I remember it. I went up to Milwaukee during the summer with my dad to watch some of his teams play, and Kyrie Walker was a 15-year-old playing up on the 17U Dream Vision team, which is an Adidas team.
That's got to be 11 years ago.
He was their best player.
Is he going to be like? Oh yeah, we're joking about all this stuff now, but Kyrie Walker's—he's not actually going to like be on a team, right?
No,
not a relevant one, or not a like high major.
No, he will not. He will not be playing NCAA basketball.
You can't let
getting eligibility.
There is not a chance he will be playing NCAA.
Dude, he was playing in like Mongolia last year. Like, how good is this guy?
Hey, I mean, how good is Mike Sheriff Jumps?
Well,
that's. By the way, I'm so glad that he's like that. We're done with Mike.
Is he out of eligibility?
he has to be, right?
He was at South Carolina this year, right?
He played 32. Okay, 32 games at Dayton, 33 at San Francisco, 33 at Utah, 32 at San Francisco.
Yeah, he's done.
At South Carolina. After 130 college basketball games, we are free from the shackles of Mike Sheriff.
He doesn't even have the like Denzel Aberdeen like whoops, I should have used the red shirt my freshman year argument.
I mean, Aberdeen's not. He's not. They're not.
Ryan Hammer is still probably saying the Sheriff Jumps breakout is coming.
It will come in the Mongolian League next year. Maybe on the same team with Kyrie Walker.
He actually didn't have a bad year this year. He averaged 11-6-2. Like he averaged 11-6-2. Now his team sucked.
I seriously doubt that Aberdeen gets eligibility.
There's no chance.
He played in 12 games his freshman year. I don't care how many.
To be fair, everyone's getting like guys are getting eligibility who should not.
Jonathan, South Carolina had Michi Johnson, Mike Sheriff Johnson, Eli Ellis this year. How did you think they were going to be better than LSU?
Oh, I have to Venmo you, don't I?
How did you think they would finish?
How much was that bet? $10?
$10.
Okay, I'm Venmoing you right now.
The
funny thing about that bet was South Carolina should have beaten LSU twice, and it still would not have been close.
They got the Elijah Strong legacy game.
Sam, you're gonna laugh. I just pulled up my Venmo, and you know how when you open Venmo, it opens to like the page where you can see like who's Venmoing who of your friends.
Yeah.
One of my friends just Venmoed someone named Jason Shear, spelled the exact same way.
Could it be?
I pulled up the profile, and unless Jason Shear was also a marching band member at Illinois, I don't think it is.
All right, we've got to talk Providence.
Yeah, dude, this Providence team is gonna be good.
Yeah, I love the Miles Byrd ad. Like, it's not the right fit offensively, but like low usage guy that like put him in a low usage spot and like let him run havoc defensively. All he'll need to do is like hit a 3 or 2 every game, 34%, and be like not a ball stopper offensively, just a guy that can.
Yeah.
And he'll be one of the best. He's going to shut down your best wing option.
He's the part that intrigues me is like a lot of San Diego State guards have left there and become like really good offensively after. Boy,
yeah, I like BJ Davis for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I mean, pairing him like they're gonna.
I mean, they also had the whole Keshad Johnson thing where he was like almost an All-American at Arizona.
Yeah, and then Dink Pate too. Like those two paired together, I think is.
I don't know anything about Dink Pate aside.
He's just this like two-way monster from what has been described to me.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be really solid, and they are definitely.
I mean, I think Brian Hudson's a really good basketball coach. Like,
yeah, he is.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but like the discourse around Brian Hodgson, like in between when they hired him and like his press conference and then like the portal opening was like really like odd. Like,
is it because of the one line at his press conference?
It might be because I saw a lot of Syracuse Twitter just kind of saying like, oh, like we never wanted him anyway. And
what wasn't a take here?
Yeah, it wasn't like I'm like it's fine. Like the Syracuse ended up with Jerry. I think Jerry's probably going to do a good job. But like it's pretty undeniable. Like Hodgson has more on his resume as a better basketball coach at the moment. It's just that like, hey, he didn't fit what Syracuse was looking for, or it seems like, and like okay, like, but this guy can really get players, and he can really coach, and he's got Andrew Slater like sucking his balls on Twitter every day.
Has he accepted a GM position there?
I don't know if GM is the position that he's taken.
That's incredible.
Jonathan, take us home.
I'm pulling up. Oh wait, we're done.
We have to go on that. We can't top.
I'm pulling up the Providence coaching staff right now on their website. We should probably talk Xavier at the minimum.
Okay, fine. Let's talk Xavier. I think True Washington is one of the best players in the portal, and that's an absolute steal for them.
For what it's worth,
hey,
by the
Xavier
way,
said they were
not listed on the sports tab.
Oh yeah, no, he's not. He's not there.
No, so he's just running PR.
He's. I mean, he's got. Yeah. I love what Xavier's done. Like, I think it's great. Like, Nwoko obviously probably a little more expensive than you would have hoped, but like bigs are going to be really expensive, and they have one who is a high major big.
Yeah. That
like,
we know.
They did not really have that.
The other thing is like they probably also just got like Tyler Lundblade 2.0, but like cheaper with Ruben Dominguez.
Yep.
So like that was someone, Sam, you pointed out early in the season when he at A&M, and he was really good for them all year. Knockdown shooter, can shoot off movements, hit some big shots in that NCAA tournament win against St. Mary's. So I'm not a Richard Pitino fan, but this is a good start for them.
Yeah.
I love how they went out there and like got it done like right away. And that the best deals you're going to get are within the next probably week. And then after that, you are fighting against the curve, the NIL money curve there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what you have to do if you're a Xavier.
Yeah. Because once this water's down, guys are going to start getting overpaid.
Bonky. Then you're left with Bonky.
Anton Bonky's going to find a way to get $1 million.
If I was Anton Bonky, if you were Anton Bonky, would you like shut down your recruitment till like the middle of May?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm doing the black one. I'm saying that there's only 2 schools, but then I'm going to drop an extra 4 and then like extend out the deadline. Just keep adding schools to think they have a chance to raise the bid up.
Anton Bonky should go MIA for the next month, and then come back to whoever needs a big and say, "Hey, Rutgers,
$3 million is
$1.9 million."
Don't wish that on Rutgers, please. They don't deserve that.
There are like Duke fans in the Discord that want him, and I'm like, please, no.
Yeah, as the Ifeanyi Oka, whatever his name is, replacement.
Yeah. Maybe.
What's his name?
I can't even pronounce it. He was like hurt. He had like surgery in December.
Ifeanyi Ofukchuk. Oh, I never learned his name because I never needed to. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to compare his numbers at Rice to Bonky's numbers at. Like, are they comparable?
You can look at it. By the way, Bullion at Maryland, we're all in on that.
Yes,
yeah,
love it.
Good fit.
Good fit for Buzz. Trying to think of some other ones. Corey Mincy's like good player. South Carolina's just got 0 money, it seems like.
Okay, never mind. The numbers are not comparable. This guy never played at Rice.
Wait, real quick, but could we talk about Wisconsin just like a little bit? Because like I've been hearing some very, very interesting things about how like they are in real trouble.
Yeah,
like money wise.
Yes, like in terms of building a roster,
they are not getting the guys that they want.
And they were good. Like they had a very, very good team last year.
Are we going to see the first like negotiating down to a number for Nolan Minnesali between them and Marquette?
They don't have money to pay Minnesali. I'm worried they're not going to be able to field the roster.
Is Shaka awake? I haven't seen Marquette rumors anywhere.
I've seen him.
They said they were in the portal this year.
So I've seen him connected to, I think, one guy, and it was Cole Serta, who committed today to Clemson. So, yeah, no idea what they're doing. I guess it's like hard. It's like hard if you're in Shaka's position, one, because like you haven't done this before. Like it's like your first time doing it, and he's kind of just being thrown into the fire. And second of all, like I imagine it's like kind of difficult to like ask donors for a bunch of money to get portal kids when like you've never done it and like you've been fairly successful just building internally before, but now I
don't think it would be that difficult because it's clear how bad they've been. They are now at this moment.
Yeah. Mikey Lewis is visiting Washington and Vandy. Just popped up on my timeline.
Good player.
I was high on both of them last year.
Mikey Lewis on one, Tyler Tanner would be absurd.
Yeah.
Duke Miles replacement.
What'd you say? Yeah,
Duke Miles replacement.
That would be great.
All right, Jonathan, take us home.
Dylan, hold on. Does Dylan, you have anything else that you want to add before we get out of here?
I've been alluding to Mark Pope Zoom calls for a while, but like that's another one.
Mark Pope has a Zoom call scheduled for tomorrow with me.
Yeah, he's probably going to join this one, honestly.
He doesn't, but he's going to offer me $7 million to play 9 games.
Zoom Diallo. He had a Zoom call with Zoom Diallo.
Dude, I want to see the like invoice that Zoom Premium is sending that guy.
I'm sorry. When I saw Zoom call Zoom Diallo, I almost lost it. I was just there's just no more.
Mark Pope is going to have a Zoom call with like Kyrie Walker tomorrow.
Who was the dude that like took a picture like on Zoom with him? like a couple days ago. I don't even know if this was real, but like
we need to create like a meme where it's like a Zoom screenshot, and on one side is Mark Pope, and on the other it's like just insert your random basketball player.
Bonky. Mark Pope Bonky Zoom call.
I'm trying to figure out now who this was that was like on Zoom with him and like posted a picture.
All right, we've got to end this right now.
It might have been Nate George, Sam. All right, I'll take us home. If you came to hear about Tyler Self,
if Kentucky takes Nate George, like I will legitimately like boycott that program.
If you came to hear about Tyler Self and where he's working, you came to the right place. If you came to hear about building a roster of all former G Leaguers, you came to the right place. If you came to hear about the latest happenings with Caleb Grill, you came to the right place. This has been Season 7, Episode 2 of Brackets, Bubbles, and Bid Stealers, and we'll see you next time.